Welcome back to another book review with Clueless William. The book I'm going to review today is What If by Randall Murrea. This book is about serious scientific answers to absurd, hypothetical questions. The idea of this book is that the author gets asked questions people wonder that are really weird, and Randoll uses science and math to explain what would happen. Actually, I doubt anyone will really ask most of these questions, as they are so weird I can't even imagine what would happen. For example, one of my favorites, it's the hairdryer experiment. This one was about what would happen if you put a hairdryer in a 1x1x1 box. This experiment has weird pictures because there's a little kid and he says the box is his new parent. The kid says this box is his new parent because the box was warm in a nice way. However, soon the box heats up more, and then the kid says it is now good looking, making a pun with the way we say hot, meaning beautiful. The box gets even more hotter and the kid runs away. After this, the box gets really hot and almost burns to the ground. One of Randoll's helpers throws a water ball at the box and the box lands on the sidewalk, which means people can get hurt on the sidewalk. Finally, he says the box blasts to space, which I think is probably not possible. I mean, a hot box can't blast into space because that heat isn't being directed like an engine. Another question I liked was if you call a random phone number and say God bless you, what are the chances that the person who answered just sneezed? I thought this one was pretty interesting due to the fact that it is actually a probability math question, which I think is cool. I wouldn't say this question is a science question, but actually a pure math question. I also thought it would be very funny to do it because if you found someone who actually had sneezed, the person would be very confused. Randoll learns out that people sneeze about 400 times a year and only when they are awake. So, if someone called a random awake person, there is a 1 in 40,000 chance that that person had just sneezed. Actually, he doesn't break down all the math in this, but does give some interesting probabilities, like how likely you're calling someone that has just been struck by a lightning bolt, or call a person who just committed a crime. I wish he would have explained how 400 sneezes a year turns into a 1 in 40,000 chance. But it gave me a lot to think about, wondering how to use math to find that answer. I'm also pretty sure that Randoll is a lover of Star Wars because the book is full of small references to Star Wars. There's even a question exactly on Star Wars. It is, how much force can Yoda output? I thought this question was impossible to understand because Yoda is from a movie, not in real life. Somehow, Randoll figures out how much power Yoda uses, which is 2 terawatts. This made me think that baby Yoda can make a force of 1 terawatt because he is supposed to be a younger and weaker Yoda. However, I wonder if he might be 3 terawatts because baby Yoda seems like he is really strong from the little we see him in the show he is in. Beyond Star Wars, this book has lots of things based on movies. I caught references from Lord of the Rings, 300, Gremlins, Superman, and a lot more. There are also these weird and worrying questions. I mostly liked these questions because I thought they were funnier and shorter than the complicated questions. Also, at the beginning, Randoll says that his first question is, are there more hard things or soft things in the world? Which he said was hard things because there are 3 billion soft things and 5 billion hard things. One of my favorite weird and worrying questions from What If was this one, which is it possible to cry so much you dehydrate yourself? Now, my answer would be yes, because crying does use the water in your body, which means you shouldn't try to cry so much, and it might actually dehydrate yourself. Because I'm pretty sure that sometimes if I cry, my body wants water. I'm like thirsty, like, where's water? Where's water? Also, there are some facts in this book too. It says that if you eat this book, it will give you about 2,300 calories, which is more than a Pop-Tart. It also says this book can't stop most bullets, but it says most bullets, which means it can stop some. This made me wonder what kind of bullets it could stop. I would recommend this book because it is a really fun book. The science is serious and has lots of interesting ideas, but mostly it's just a way to make silly movie references and wire ideas with a hint of science and math. This is Clueless William, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Bye!